Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. I'm here today with another design team collaboration project for the Botanical Christmas Challenge hosted by the Junk Journal Studio. So if you're not aware of this challenge yet, I have linked down below all of the details for this challenge, including Michelle's intro video, the fact that you get 50% off of all these digital kits for the entirety of this challenge, and also you can post in her Facebook group for opportunities to, win prizes, and there are free digitals every day. This is hashtag Botanical Christmas Challenge. Okay, and you can take part too. You can make videos or make posts on social media. So my project today, I'm calling it a little bit of Christmas theater. Okay, so I have printed in two sizes actually, the Christmas Fussy Cut Mega Pack, page 3. This is page 17 of the Fussy Cuts, and this is from the Mega Pack, like the whole Christmas Fussy Cut pack. So they're the same images. I've got this one printed at 100%, and this one is printed at 50%. And I just wanted to kind of show you because, depending if you're making a card or a little cluster, a piece of ephemera, you can really take advantage of doing different sizes. Then I've also tapped into the beautiful Botanical Collage and Cluster Mega Pack yellow. So this is add-on page 13 and page 30. And I'm working again today with another one of these amazing trifold kind of pieces that the studio creates, because I just love them. I think they're so versatile. So what I also need today are these. So these are some old negatives from pictures. So can you see that these are like family photos? Okay, so I'm going to choose today. I want to make a million projects, but I need to just focus today and make one project. And I'm going to go with this image because it looks kind of like they could be, at a family get together. So what I'm going to do is take this piece, and I want to create like kind of a cool pocket, like for putting a piece of ephemera in, and then I want to also create a piece of ephemera to go in that pocket. So the nice thing with this is we can do both with this fun trifold. I am a forever supporter of the trifold. I think they're really awesome. Let me just move my phone. It's ding in here. There we go. There are people raking up. Well, they're trying to rake their leaves. We keep getting these very surprise snow squalls that come through, and the leaves didn't fully fall, and it's this combination of seasons here. So now I've torn out the two of these, right? So this is going to be our pocket. And I'm just going to fold it in half here, create that pocket. So now I'm going to glue, and then I'm going to decide once I fill in the space with my picture here, what I'm going to do. Oh, actually, hold on. No. You know what? Don't glue yet. Stay open. Hold on. The reason, you could glue. If you don't have a sewing machine, it's fine. You can glue. And I know a lot of folks don't use sewing machines. I'm a big stitching nerd, so I'm going to be stitching. So this needs to go on here, but I first need to decide, do I want this full size, or would I like it to be a little smaller maybe, so that my piece of ephemera here can stick out a little more, maybe. So let's just lay this down on top of just an envelope here, because I got a little glue on the back. That's okay. Here we go. I'm going to take about 1 inch off the top, okay? And maybe we won't even break it off. We'll just fold it down, because that'll give us a nice, firm pocket top. And then we'll glue that part down. Okay. Perfect. Now, I'm not gonna bother to glue this closed yet. I'm just gonna fold it over here. And now I know I want my picture right about here. So I'm going to go over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew like an upside down bag. I need to be able to enter from the bottom. So we're going to stitch, 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 just to the front, not to the whole pocket, or you'll close your pocket, and then I'll be right back. So now we just need to clean up our threads here. So see, the bottom is still open. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and close this, and obviously you could stitch it as well if you wanted to. This out of the way. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and just take some rusty hinge, and I'm going to ink around the edge just to warm this up, because I think this is a very warm holiday feeling project. It's got this vintage feel to it because of the vintage negative photo. And then you can decide if you want to even put a punch here, like a thumb hole punch. I don't think I will. We'll see. I'm going to just let that dry. So now, this idea is inspired by the lovely Eva of Bohemian Crafting. She created a digital a couple of months ago that was like these torches for showing, you know, what's going on in a dark negative image. So I got inspired to do something a little similar with the lantern, this lantern here. So I'm going to probably use the larger size. I wasn't sure, so I printed both sizes because I wasn't sure how big the project would get. So what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to cut out these two pieces here. The one that has the seal there and the lantern itself. Okay. So the other thing I want to do before I fussy cut them is I just want to give them a little bit of a firmer, I want them to be harder, like to be, handled. I need them to have a little more firmness. So I'm just going to glue them right down on this piece of folder right here. And that will make things a little more thick. I also printed them on a thicker printed paper, like 120 GSM or 160 maybe. I can't remember. What's the thicker one? I'm so bad at this sometimes. So now let's cut this out. The lantern is what we want to deal with first. And also, by the way, if you printed this on white paper, it does not need to be a perfect fussy cut because we're going to be doing something else. So set this little bit aside. And we need pinking shears for this part, as well as a nice piece of white paper, which is here. And I'm going to actually, this is like a thicker printing paper. It's not super thick. So I'm just going to glue it together. It's just a scrap. No need to get super fancy. Fold this. Okay. And then just put your lantern on top. You can glue it on actually. That's even easier probably. Or, no, don't. Just wait. I'm getting a little ahead of myself today. I'm maybe on too many coffees. Just hold it down. You could glue it, but I'll show you. I just kind of thought of a reason which might be good not to glue it. It might be kind of fun. So we need this to fit inside of here. So what I want to do is create like a circle kind of around the lantern that's like, you know, representative of the light that lantern might throw. Okay. Like that. Now, that's your lantern. So now let's cut this part out. This is going to be the handle for the lantern because it's like, you know, pretty and functional because it's got that nice long bit of ribbon there. So we'll cut this all out here. Around the seal. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my ink, going to go around here just to get rid of any bit of white that I don't want to see. And then if you want to also do the back, why not? Just kind of gives it that feeling of consistent. And then with this, so I would take this and I would just ink the edges of it. I did forget to check if it fits inside the thing, but I think it will. If not, you can come in with your pinking shears and just, you know, clip it down a little bit. Let's see, I think it will. Yes. That might feel slightly crowded. Let's just come in again. Okay. Still a little crowded. A little bit. We need to lose a little bit of the side. That's nice. Okay. So now what we're going to do is get our lantern. I should probably ink this little bit here. There we go. And then just center your lantern on your bit of light. And then, oops, before we do that though, this is why I said not to glue it down. Put this inside here so it hides it. See that? And then you don't have to glue it on the back. You can just hide it between the lantern and the bit of light, right? So now you have this, and this is your torch, your Christmas lantern torch that's going to go in here. And, oh, I got to put a little more glue here. This wants to flip up. Let's fix that. So it's got to sit down nice and flat for this to work. Okay, that's better. So now we pick this up, and this is your torch, and you can use it, the white bit, to kind of see more of what's going on in the photo. And then if you really want to see, you also have this full white side, right? You see that? You see how it illuminates? So like this uses the fun of the lantern. And, you know, you could also decide to do a shape that came maybe up like this, like a, you know, like a flashlight, but I think a lantern has more of a halo. And I kind of like the pinking as well. So, yeah, it will kind of illuminate for you. So then you can just, when you're not using it, right, you can just leave it there like that and in an upper tuck, and it's very, very cute. And I think if this were given as a card or something, people would immediately go, oh, why is this sticking out, right? And then they'd realize, oh, look, this is an image. And I think that because it's like a visible image that, you know, I think it invites play. I think someone is going to play with this because it's a lot of fun. So now let's use this other piece here to create a piece of ephemera to go inside of it that will match nicely with, you know, the colors. So I will just tear the top off here. And I'll trim a little of the side because I want it to fit very nicely in there. Okay. Get rid of our scraps. And then we can decide what kind of a fun image we would want to put on top of here. So I'm just first going to fit this in and see how far up it's going to stick. So right there. So that's how we're going to decide what we want to put on here. You know, the other thing that I might do is just something fun and decorative with this Christmas tree. So think about that. And then maybe what I want to put on the top is the red bow because it's really sweet. This would also be nice, this bit of like a bow with ivy, or the candle would be nice. That's a tough decision, right? Tough choice. Could also stick the bow on the stamp if you wanted a bigger handle. So I think I'm going to go with this. So just let me fussy cut these two out and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I have done the fussy cutting, but I think I've changed my mind about the tree. Instead, I want to use the candles. So I've cut it out and I did a little bit of inking in the same kind of colors as what we are using here. So I'm just going to pull our little lantern out of here. And then we'll glue the this bit down here. I think the rusty hinge ink is really nice with this. Just kind of warm, golden, Christmassy feeling. So we're going to just kind of go, I think, maybe like that. Over a little bit, and we'll probably cut off the edge of that fussy cut bit. Okay. Scissors, here they are. Actually, while I'm here, I'm actually just gonna ink up this side. I forgot to do that. Perfect. So that's that. Now let's just make sure we can still fit this in here. I suspect I'm gonna need, yeah, I have to cut through this. I have to like expand the slot, you know, a little more. It's okay, we'll just take a moment to do that. I was kind of anticipating I would have to just, I'm just gonna kind of go slow with my scissors so I don't get like way off kilter here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take my ruler, smooth that all out, smooth all the glues down so that you get your slot back, right? And then we can put this back in here and it fits beautifully again. Okay, so now we need to do this piece, and I'm just going to first back it onto a piece of folder. Oh, my glue got a little, hold on, we have to get the glue glob off. I think I left my glue open maybe without even realizing, and then I put the lid back on. Here we go. So now we'll put this down here. That'll just give it a little more strength. And now that I think about it, what I should probably do, I want to put this on top. Do I want to, what I might do is just this. So I'm going to just glue the back of this. See this? Glue, glue, glue. Okay. Then just put a little more glue right on the back here. I'm going to glue this down again and then overlap that so I can now have that whole thing backed in the exact same paper. So it won't look unnatural when we go to trim it out here. So let's just cut from this side, bring this in. That side is good. And I'll just get my detail scissors here and we'll quickly detail around. And I think this will be fun as like a nice thing you could attach to a gift or give us even just like a card, and it's like interactive. I think that will be fun. And then I just need my little detail cutter here because there's just this little piece that I want to cut out. Let's see, where'd that go? Not quite all the way through. There we go. That's done. Let's make sure we've got it all lined up. Good, and then I can cut that off. That's the final little bit. Okay, put this away. then I'm going to just ink on the back. Okay, perfect. So then I think I'm going to go to the sewing machine because I just want to put some stitching around this. I might even trim this down just a little more because that edge I think would look better gone, and it will like even this up perfectly, right? So let's see first the length of it, how it looks in the pocket. Yeah, that's really cute. Okay. I might go a little tit shorter. Yeah, I like that. Okay. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is our Christmas theater project. So this has been stitched on 3 sides, and it goes inside this fun pocket. We have this, and then of course we have our negative here where you can see these ladies, and then we have this lantern that helps to illuminate what's going on inside of here with this handle. So you could write on the back of this. You can obviously, you could put some, word snippets here and here if you wanted, or on the back you can write. In here you could do like maybe a Christmas verse, or you could write your message there, or on the back. I think it'd be fun to do like book page cutout, like blackout poetry, and do like a Christmas verse on here. That could be cute. But yeah, that's the project for today. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of Christmas theater, and it will make you think about like using your negatives and playing with these lanterns. So until next time, have fun with this Botanical Christmas challenge. Don't forget to check out all of the links in the description box relating to all the goodies that are going to be made available to you, and the discounts. Everything's 50% off, all of these fun mega packs. So we will talk soon. Bye for now.